Today we're going to be talking about photosynthesis, which is the conversion of light energy to chemical energy, which occurs in the chloroplast. So in the chloroplast, two reactions take place: light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle, which is light-independent. So in the light-dependent reactions, a water molecule is split, creating a source of electrons and protons, and as a byproduct, oxygen is released. Light is absorbed in the chlorophyll and the thylakoids, and is paired with the electrons to NADP+, which reduces and becomes NADPH. And also in the process, ATP is also created. This is later used in the Calvin cycle. So in the Calvin cycle, carbon dioxide is incorporated into molecules that are already in the chlorophyll itself, and this is known as carbon fixation. So in the carbon fixation, NADPH is used to reduce, and through this, ATP is required as an energy source. So at the end of the Calvin cycle, a 3-carbon carbohydrate is created, glyceraldehyde. In light reactions, there's a linear flow of electrons through photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. So a photon of light strikes a light harvesting complex and is moved throughout each one, a series of them, to P680, which is a special chlorophyll that transfers electrons along with an electron gained from H2O to an electron acceptor. The electron acceptor then transfers the electron to plastoquinone, which then moves to a cytochrome complex and then to plastocyanine. And through this electron flow, ATP is produced. The flow of electrons is then moved to the photosystem 1 of P700, another chlorophyll, special chlorophyll, and then along with the photon of light moved throughout the light harvesting complexes. This then moves to another electron acceptor, transferred to ferredoxin, then to NADP+, and ultimately made into NADP.
Hey class, so today I'm going to be teaching you the difference between cellular respiration and photosynthesis. One thing that you should remember is they both are forms of metabolism. Okay, so for cellular respiration, they break down molecules to capture energy. In photosynthesis, it captures energy to build molecules. Number 2, cellular respiration uses energy stored in chemical bonds, which are the sugars, fats, and the proteins. And for photosynthesis, it uses light energy from the sun. Number 3, cellular respiration occurs inside the cell, inside the mitochondria, located in the cell. And in photosynthesis, it's also in the cell, but in the chloroplast. You have to remember that. Number 4, cellular respiration happens in animals, humans, plants, and microorganisms. And in photosynthesis, it happens in plants and microorganisms, not animals, no humans or nothing. So number 5 says, cellular respiration includes a metabolic pathway for breaking down sugar. And in photosynthesis, it also uses a metabolic pathway for also breaking down sugar. Number 6, it uses an electron transfer chain to make energy, which is ATP. And in photosynthesis, it is the exact same thing. Keep that in mind. Number 7, it's get rid of the excess by dumping them into oxygen. And the photosynthesis steals electrons from water, leaving behind waste and oxygen. So right here you can see the difference between cellular respiration and photosynthesis. Now over here, class, these are the equations for cellular respiration and photosynthesis. So you have cellular respiration, which is C6H2O, which is the sugar, and 6 oxygen 2, which is the oxygen, of course. And the product of that is carbon dioxide and water, which is 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. Okay, in photosynthesis, you have 6 CO2, which is carbon dioxide, plus 6 H2O, which is water. And then you get your energy, this is the energy, which is sunlight. and the product would be C6H12O6, which is the sugar, and 6O2, which is the oxygen. So you see they are similar in a sense, but everything is almost the opposite or is in different parts. Hi class, now that you know a little bit about photosynthesis, let's have a pop quiz on photosynthesis versus cellular respiration. Now, I'm not going to tell you the answers, but if you get them wrong, then I will definitely let you know. Okay, so the first one, stores energy as glucose. Which one is it, photosynthesis or cellular respiration?
Photosynthesis.
Correct, it is photosynthesis. Good job, guys. Okay, the second one, releases energy in glucose.
Cellular respiration.
Oh my gosh, correct. So you guys have been paying attention. I'm so proud. Okay, now, occurs in living cells.
Both.
Correct, you are right. It occurs in both of them. Uses an electron transport chain.
I'm gonna say photosynthesis.
You are halfway correct. It is actually both of them in cellular respiration also. Okay, the next one occurs in plants.
Both.
Both correct. Once again, you guys are super smart. I am glad that you know photosynthesis versus cellular respiration. Okay, occurs in animals.
Cellular respiration.
Yes, yes, yes. Photosynthesis does not occur in animals. And the next one is releases oxygen.
Say, is it cellular respiration?
No, it's actually photosynthesis. And releases carbon dioxide.
I want to say cellular respiration.
Yes, correct. Okay.
In the Calvin cycle, more electrons are added to carbon atoms. This reduces carbon into carbohydrates. This could not happen without the help of NADPH. NADPH acquires its extra electrons in the light reactions. We also need chemical energy in the form of ATP to convert CO2 to carbohydrates. And this also happens in the light reactions. And the outcome is sugar or glucose. You see, these are the metabolic steps in the Calvin cycle, and they are referred to as the dark reactions because they technically don't need light, but they do tie in with the light reactions because the light reactions can only provide the NADPH and ATP to complete the Calvin cycle. G3P or glyceraldehyde 3P is the end product of the Calvin cycle, which is glucose. G3P helps in the conversion of carbohydrates, lipids, phospholipids, amino acids, which are the proteins,